Good evening, teacher. I am student Gabriela Jacqueline Patilima. In this opportunity, I'm going to explain a grammar review of book 28, lesson 4. The content of this grammar are negative statements review, suffixes like, and participial phrases as sentences modifiers. Let's go to the first grammar. Negative statements, all negative statements with the exception of those in which be function as the main verb are formed by using an auxiliary combined with not. I think that this grammar is simple because it is a grammar that we studied in other books. So for understand better, let's review some examples and uses. He will call you today. This is a simple affirmative statement. He will not call you today. This is a negative statement because we are adding not. If an affirmative sentence does not have auxiliaries to negate them, do or have is added. And contractions can also be made. For example, I prepare hot cakes for breakfast. I don't prepare hot cakes for breakfast. In this case, if we notice the first sentences, we don't have any auxiliary, but for negate the sentences, we are adding the auxiliary to. I have prepared hot cakes. I have not prepared hot cakes. I haven't prepared hot cakes. In this case, the same. We are adding the auxiliary have to negate the sentences, and in the last sentences we have the contraction. Negative statements with verb to be are formed by not after the verb. For example, my husband was ready for the game. My husband was not ready for the game. In this case, the same. We are writing or putting the negation after the verb to be. If the verb consists of more than one word, not is placed after the first modal or auxiliary. Let's look some examples. Amy should have studied for the test. Amy should not have been studying for the test. The last is the correct form to make a negative sentences with modals or auxiliaries. Let's go to the other grammar. Adjective suffix like. As a meaning of resembling or similar, having same or some of the same characteristics, often used in combination. This is the meaning of the suffix like. To understand better, let's look some examples. Child plus like, childlike. It means infantile, resembling a child, having the characteristic of a child. Lady plus like, ladylike. Elegant, resembling a lady or like a lady. And bull plus like is bull-like. Bull, it means bull, resembling a bull or like a bull. Okay, I think that the meaning is clear. That means resembling or similar when we are putting in a noun. The other grammar is participial phrase sentences modifiers. Okay, in this case I'm gonna talk about in adverb clause of time and adverb clause of cause and effect. Adverb clause of time introduced by while, and adverb clause cause and effect introduced by because can be reduced to participial phrase. Okay, the subordinating conjunction are usually omitted with while, and while might be retained. In this kind of sentences, the subject is omitted. Forms of auxiliary verb be are omitted, except in passive. The other verbs change to ing form. And in negative clauses, the auxiliary do is dropped, not is placed before the ing. Okay, let's look some examples. While I was swimming in the lake, I saw a large fish. While swimming in the lake, I saw a large fish jump. In this case, if we notice, we are omitting the subject and the verb to be. The other example. Danny always reads the newspaper while she is eating breakfast. Danny always reads the newspaper while eating breakfast. In this case, the same. We are omitting the verb to be. More examples. I wasn't able to return the code because I lost the receipt. I wasn't able to return the code having lost the receipt. In this case, we are omitting the subject and the verb. Because he has been reassigned, Lieutenant Smith will leave soon. Having been reassigned, Lieutenant Smith will leave soon. In this case, those are examples of the participle phrase that adverb clause of time and adverb clause of cause and effect. Okay, that's it. Thank you for your attention.